In January of 1945, a 19-year-old American soldier climbed onto a burning tank destroyer. The vehicle was on fire. Enemy soldiers were advancing from the forest, and the man standing on top of it was completely alone. What happened next would earn him the Medal of Honor and make him the most decorated American combat soldier of World War II. This is the true story of Audie Murphy. Audie Leon Murphy was born in 1925 in rural Texas, one of 12 children in a poor sharecropping family. His childhood was shaped by hardship. His father abandoned the family, and his mother died when Audie was just 16. By the time the United States entered World War II, Audie was underage, underweight, and barely 5'5". The Marines rejected him. The Navy rejected him. The Army initially rejected him too, but Audie refused to give up. After his sister helped falsify his age, the Army finally accepted him in 1942. No one expected much from the skinny kid from Texas, least of all that he would become a battlefield legend. Murphy was assigned to the 15th Infantry Regiment, 3rd Infantry Division. He saw combat in Sicily, Italy, and southern France, quickly earning a reputation for calmness under fire. While other soldiers froze, Murphy advanced. While others hesitated, he volunteered. By late 1944, he had already been wounded multiple times and awarded several medals, including the Bronze Star and Silver Star. But his defining moment was still ahead. It would come during the final push into Germany, in a frozen forest near the village of Holtzwihr, France. On January 26, 1945, Murphy's unit was ordered to hold a defensive position near Holtzwihr. The ground was open, the trees were bare, and German forces were advancing with infantry and armored support. Murphy was now a second lieutenant, commanding a company that was already badly depleted. As German troops attacked, Murphy ordered his men to withdraw to safer ground. But he stayed behind, alone, to provide covering fire. Nearby was a disabled M10 tank destroyer, already hit and burning. Its crew had abandoned it moments earlier. Audie Murphy climbed onto the flaming vehicle, fully exposed to enemy fire. Using the tank destroyer's .50 caliber machine gun, he opened fire on advancing German soldiers, calling artillery strikes over the radio while bullets ripped through the air around him. For nearly an hour, Murphy held the position by himself. German infantry fell back. Then they regrouped. Then they attacked again. Murphy was wounded in the leg. The tank destroyer continued to burn beneath him. Still, he didn't leave. He fired until the ammunition ran low, then continued directing artillery until the Germans finally retreated. Only after the enemy was driven off did Audie Murphy limp back to his men and lead a counterattack. The American line held. For his actions at Holtzwihr, Audie Murphy was awarded the Medal of Honor. By the end of the war, he had received the Medal of Honor, the Distinguished Service Cross, 2 Silver Stars, the Legion of Merit, 3 Bronze Stars, and 3 Purple Hearts. He was just 20 years old. Audie Murphy returned home as a national hero, celebrated, photographed, and paraded across America. But the war wasn't done with him. Like many veterans, Murphy suffered from what we now call PTSD. He had nightmares, insomnia, an addiction to sleeping pills. Despite this, he became a successful Hollywood actor, often portraying soldiers, including himself, in films like To Hell and Back. Behind the scenes, Murphy spoke openly about the psychological cost of war, long before it was socially accepted to do so. He wasn't just a war hero. He became an early voice for veterans who were struggling in silence. Audie Murphy once said he didn't consider himself brave, only determined to protect the men beside him. From a poor Texas farm to the battlefields of Europe, his story became one of the most extraordinary acts of courage in World War II. And it all came down to one burning tank and a decision to stand alone.